Hello and welcome to the Listening Post's unboxing channel on YouTube. Today I'm really proud to be unboxing Yamaha's latest implementation of their AVENTAGE home theatre amplifier, the RX-A1070. This 1070 replaces probably our most successful single amplifier, the 1060, in their 8th generation of the AVENTAGE range. This now features second generation MusicCast, all sorts of really good features that we'll go into. I guess why I'm pausing for a moment is just it's wonderful to see Yamaha evolving into this category so well with products that are so globally dominant. Okay, so packaging. The bigger, heavier theatre amplifiers are covered with these packing straps, allowing us to sort of buff it around the place and move it around. They are easily removed, but before we do, we're going to have a quick look around this product. Model information is on all sides. Serial number and other scannable information is on one end only. And the top is covered with all of the compliance and other thing and information. But most importantly, I think when it's to remove these bands, we can have a look at the top for a second, because these new models are so well appointed. It now supports Spotify, Pandora, Napster, to name a few, and the big deal, Tidal and Deezer support, fully uncompressed streaming within the home theatre amplifier. Okay. As I mentioned, this is a MusicCast home theatre amplifier, so the badge is there. We've got a couple of zones, we've got full HD distribution to a second area. This is a beautiful piece. Okay, without further ado, let's open this thing up. So the factory seal on these is simple enough, clear packing tape. Very straightforward to open. When we first look at the product, and here we go, you'll see firstly a New Zealand IEC power cord. There's an FM aerial. In fact, it's worth noting that this product now supports FM and DAB, but no longer offers an AM tuner on board. There's the Y Power setup microphone and the product's remote control. Being a Zone 2 amplifier, the remote control has a physical switch to be able to change its IR codes from its main zone to a second zone. It has a couple of AAA batteries. There's a promotional pamphlet in the top about MusicCast and some of the related speakers. I'd encourage most people to download the MusicCast controller, regardless of whether or not they're using this in just a single zone. It gives a lovely implementation and nice look and feel for many of the day-to-day control options. Further down, we've got a product warranty slip and a CD-ROM for the complete user manual for this product. There's a couple of pieces of good sized polystyrene, positioning the amplifier within the box so that it's well protected. You can see there's miles of room between the edge of the amplifier and the edge of the box. So freight damage is negligible. We've never really seen a big problem. Okay, lifting this out, it is heavy. Don't get me wrong, this is heavy. The amplifier is covered and protected by one of these sort of bubble paper, I kind of call it. It's a soft man-made material that enables the product to be protected in its paintwork and unscathed in transit. Lifting it up again and removing this, you'll start to see this amplifier for the first time. Firstly, please note, it's quite deep. This is a big amplifier. This 1070 is the size, well, I mean, the box has to be proportional to the bits inside, and it's got a lot of bits inside. Okay, removing for the first time, and I take great pleasure, I've probably said this before, in removing those final little pieces of tape. That protects and keeps closed the oil dampened front panel. Behind that panel are the less used buttons and features, so being able to pull it up and leave this amplifier looking a little bit more elegant is a pretty good feature. Okay, so looking at the front of the amplifier. Firstly, we've got the main zone power. That's your standby. You've got a rotary encoder for input selection. You've got the main front screen, and over the far side the pure direct button for music mode, I guess, and another rotary encoder which becomes the volume control. Both of those have a good look and feel to it. They don't feel too flimsy, and certainly proportional to the task at hand. I mean, they're a good size. behind the oil dampened front panel, that's where we start to see some of the other features that are masked or hidden to try and keep this amplifier looking elegant. We've got an on-screen and other jog control options to be able to, without the remote control, get into the setup and menu features of the amplifier. You've got the program settings associated with the AM/FM radio and other presets. You've got in the middle the presets associated with the global memories of this product. They call them user assignable presets, and it will control any element of the amplifier and set it as a memory. Beneath that you've got the ability to control zone 2, which then changes the input and volume selection to control the zone 2 area, not the main zone, and of course on off for that. Beneath it we've got a USB for 5-volt charging of products, as well as digitally playing back from iPods and iPads and other things like that. We've got the 3.5mm mic input specifically for the Y-Power mic. It's not a karaoke mic or anything like that, it's specific to the setup mic. We've got the 6¼ inch headphone output. That's of course for any number of different applications, including Yamaha's proprietary silent cinema mode. There's a set of analog inputs for basic plug and play of your normal audio devices, and a single HDMI input at the front. Okay, closing that. We spin this around again, let's have a look at the depth, and lean it up again so that you see how well ventilated the product is, and you might get, if I get the light right, a glance at how much is actually inside this product. Spinning it around, we start to see the inputs and outputs that Yamaha have added to the feature set that they've added to this to ensure that it's such good value for you. Working from this side, we've got a dedicated phono preamp. We've got a myriad of analog inputs and outputs for general connectivity. Beneath those, a couple of digital fibre optic inputs and coax digital ins, as well as an output as well. There's where your FM and DAB aerial are attached, and there's a couple of legacy inputs for composite video as well as component video. There's pre-outs for zone 2 and pre-outs for the 8 channels of processing that this will deliver, along with 2 subwoofers. The HDMIs, there's 7 HDMI inputs at the rear, giving a total of 8, and 2 HDMI outputs. The second one is an independent zone, enabling it to switch HDMI and put it to another television somewhere else if required. Along the top we've got the wired network and wireless network inputs, and I believe that sort of doubles up as the Bluetooth antenna as well. Beneath that section we've got the control, which is trigger and IR inputs and outputs, along with RS-232 for applications of control with Crestron, Control 4, LNG. IEC removable power cord, and of course right down the bottom all of the binding posts for the channels of amplification. This is a 7-channel amplifier with an additional pair of binding posts enabling you to permanently connect a second zone of speakers if required. So here we go, spinning that around and having another look. We have Yamaha's brand new RX-A1070 home theatre amplifier, unboxed here at the Listening Post in Christchurch, New Zealand. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more, subscribe to our channel.